Hi there. So this is a meditation that is about living authentically. Okay, so there are many of us who are afraid of really owning who we are. For me, an example of that is how integral a part spirituality is in my life. Whether I'm working, whether I'm being a parent or a grandparent or a wife, there is no part of my life into which I don't bring spirituality or I don't connect to my source before doing something. So a very common, and especially now with the way the as many people say that we are in kind of the age of Aquarius, and we are a lot of us are becoming more aware of our intuitive abilities and our what might be called psychic abilities. There are lots of us who are becoming aware of that truth, who have been aware of that for some time, but are also afraid of admitting it, right? Because it seems like it's a crazy thing to admit. Just a thing that we're very aware of, especially nowadays in the United States, is where if you're a transgender person, if you are at heart a male but you were born female, how that truth is very difficult to speak out in public. It's the same if you're gay, and if you have not yet admitted even to yourself or to other people the truth. So this all of this, what it does is that it prevents us from being, when you're not living from your truth, then it's impossible then to get to the highest space to live the best life that you can live, because a bottom line requirement for that is to be truthful to yourself and to the world, and to be in your power when you're doing that. So, what we're going to practice here is we're first of all going to figure out when this started. Why are we afraid? Because typically it starts somewhere when you're younger, you begin to realize that it's not safe to be fully truthful. And it could be in a playground, it could be in a church, it could be in your house with your parents telling you that that's not a good thing to say, a good way to be. And so there are images and feelings that you might have stored from that time, and we just want to work with it and figure out when it started, and just facing that and understanding that is one way of clearing it. And the other thing, building on the meditations that we've done before, what we're doing here is first of all getting fully present in our body, bringing up this thought about what frightens you. So bringing in an image like standing in front of a big crowd and saying, I'm a psychic, or I'm gay, or I'm a transgender person. Doing that while fully present in your body and becoming aware of all the ways in which your body reacts to it, and all the sensations and emotions that come up when you say something like that. And then slipping into the observer mode. So that's something that we've practiced. We realize that when we begin to look at the emotion or the sensation, we are slipping into the observer mode. And then from that observer mode, we work with this little person. I think of this part of ourselves that's feeling all of this angst as a younger, smaller, less powerful version of ourselves. And so, as the observer, we can step back and hold this person and work with him or her in order to let us work through this. It's even possible to change the memory and replace it with with something more positive, and then we can come out of the meditation feeling different about it, having more power over this ability that we have to speak our truth. So you may need some. It's good. It doesn't always happen, but it's good to have paper and pencil next to you so that you can be writing down what you learned as you were in the meditation. Okay, so get some paper and pencil and settle down into your seat, and just trying to bring in the gods at the back there. There's the Ganesha and the Shiva, and this is Krishna, that is Kali, and there are lots of other goddesses at my back. Okay, so have some paper and pen, have a paper and pen or something to write with ready next to you, and let's close our eyes and settle into our body, become fully aware of our body, and then bring up this image of speaking your truth, and then see how to deal with that. Okay, so starting off, close your eyes gently, take a deep breath and let it out with a sigh. One more. As you take the third breath, see that you're fully settled into your seat. Relax. And as you let your breath settle in to its normal rhythm, begin to scan your body. Let's start from the soles of our feet. Begin to feel fully where they are, sort of fully touching the floor. I often notice that I'm not fully touching the floor. I'm sort of standing on my heels, and my toes, my toes are curled forward. So just be sure that your feet are fully on the ground and you're feeling the entire sole of your feet. As you become aware again, you'll become aware of a kind of tingling and an awareness. That awareness brings to that part of your body, and that awareness is moving from the soles of your feet through your toes. It's moving up your foot. It's also inside your entire foot. It's as if both your feet are suddenly alive with this energy that you're aware of, and then that awareness and that energy is moving up your ankles, up through your legs, your calves, your shins, the sides of your legs and inside your legs, and you can see that awareness, that energy that is present there, that awareness moving through your knee joint, moving up. Be sure that you're breathing and not holding your breath as you're becoming aware. The awareness is moving through the bottom of your through your thighs, and you're becoming aware of where the lower thigh is touching the seat. Becoming aware of the sides of your thighs, the inner thighs, the upper thighs. It's moving down all the way through your genitals and your butt, up through your lower back. Just make sure that you're fully seated and you're not straining your back. And that awareness now moves up through your lower abdomen, through the space around your navel. Your whole entire lower abdomen and lower back is now sort of tingling with that awareness that you have, and it's moving up through your upper abdomen where your stomach is, and moving through your diaphragm. You're becoming aware of your mid back, the sides where your arms are touching your body. It's moving up your upper back. It's moving up through your heart space and your lungs and your chest. The awareness and this sensation, this awareness of this energy in your body is moving up all the way to your shoulders, and you feel it spilling down your arms, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms, and gently let your palms face upwards and rest on your thighs, and you can feel this energy, this sort of tingling awareness move all the way to the tips of your fingers. And then you begin to sense that this energy is moving up from your shoulders, up your throat, the back of your neck, your jawbone, your face, top of your head, the back of your head. You're fully aware. Your shoulders are relaxed, your forehead is not scrunched, your eyes are not shut too tight, they're just resting gently. Your neck is not stretched one way or the other. Your whole body, you're just present in your entire body. You're aware of your entire body. You're just resting into this awareness. Just take a few breaths there in this awareness. And as you do, also become aware of that deep silence inside you, a deep, deep, quiet space inside you. And anchored into that space in your body, anchored at your core, deep, silent space, I want you to bring up the image of standing in front on a stage in front of a huge number of people and speaking your truth. I am an intuitive and a psychic. Or I am gay. Or I am a transgender person. Being fully aware still of your body and present in your body, check to see how your body stance has changed. Have you sensed your shoulders tightening and moving forward as if you want to protect your heart? Do your hands want to move up and hide your heart because you're afraid it's going to get hurt? Is your stomach clenched? Is your back straining? Does your chest feel tight? Now, also realize that as you are observing, where is this fear of being truthful hiding in my body? Where do I feel it? Where am I holding it in my body? As you're doing that, you have now slipped into becoming the awareness of the sensation and not the sensation itself. You are not the fear, you are the part of you that is observing the fear, and the part of you that is feeling the fear is a much smaller, much less powerful part of you. If you try from your observer sense to look at that part of you, you might see her as a much younger version of yourself, her or him. The image I have is of a little child with her head bent, not wanting to look at me, the observer. So I want you to kneel down. See yourself kneeling down so that you're at eye level with this little person who is scared and is also protective of you because she doesn't want you to feel that again and therefore overwhelms you with this sensation. So what you're doing now is you are taking back your power. You're going to acknowledge her, be at eye level with her or him. Put one hand on her back or his back. Gently lift her chin, his chin, so that you can look into her eyes, his eyes. And say, don't worry. I know you're trying to protect me. Thank you, but I've got this and I've got you. I've got your back. Breathe with her. Then I want you to ask her a question or ask him a question. And I want you to ask, sweetie, when did you first feel this? Do you remember when you first felt this scared about the truth? And if you see her getting more scared, just move your hand gently down to her heart space. Just hold her there so that she feels fully held. Breathe and then go with her to where her mind is going. Go see the images that she is showing you. Is it a teacher in school? Is it friends teasing in the playground? Is it something that was said in the church? Your parents, siblings? The first time you felt this fear of being truthful. If there are other emotions coming up and you feel your eyes filling up, if you feel anger, just let her be the observer and let her feel it. You're holding her. Allow the emotions and allow the memories. And breathe. What you're doing now is acknowledging that this fear exists, understanding that feeling or letting this little person inside you feel that fear while you are in this observer space does not destroy her or you. You are also realizing that this fear is something that you have been carrying. This little part of you, this little protective part of you has been carrying for a long time. it really has nothing to do with the present truth. It's a very valid feeling, but it does not have to be current reality. It is based on a memory and a fear of not wanting that to feel that again. So breathe again. Now that you understand where this is coming from, as you get out of your meditation, I would want you to write this out. Let me also say that if this is a really deep fear and it's something that younger part of you is really afraid of facing fully, you might feel a wall, you might feel just blank, nothingness when you ask the question. If that is what you feel, let that be. That's okay. As you do this, as that sense of safety increases, you will begin to understand where this is coming from. So now I want you to, you've been holding this little one with one hand on her heart space and one hand in her back. I want you to move your hand so that you're sort of lifting her up. Move it under her arms and lift her up. And bring her in. You, the adult, you, the observer, you, the person who's acting from this space of deep, deep silence, who knows that all is well. Bring this little scared, untrusting part of you and bring her, and sort of as if you're carrying a little baby, just bring her and hold her next to your chest. Say to her, you are safe. I've got this. These feelings will not destroy us. They are just a sign. I know you're protecting me, but it's my job to protect you now. So come here. I want you to see the space in your heart opening up, the observer. I want you to bring her right into your heart. I want you to see a warm, as if there's a sunshine, there's a sunrise in your heart. I want you to bring her into the sun, into the light, and hold her there and tell her, you are safe. I've got you. We will speak the truth together. You are not alone. I am here with you. Feel that light sort of enveloping her. Feel her letting go of her anxiety. And just gently resting back and letting go. And almost sleeping, relaxing. into the heart space of you, the awareness, you, the observer, you who have the power to speak the truth while holding your fear in check, while holding the person, the part of you that is afraid, in the space in your heart, knowing that the deep space of inner peace and inner silence is always present, that you've got this, that you are that awareness, and you are not this little scared part of you is a very, very tiny part that has been trying to do all the heavy lifting to protect you. Let her rest into your heart. Take a few deep breaths. And slowly, gently move your body, move your shoulders, wriggle your body a little bit so that you're coming back into this time, this room, and this space here. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. So that's a really, really powerful meditation. And if you were one of those people who didn't feel anything and where the fear is so entrenched that you need more time, it will come. You just need to be consistently showing the little one in you that you are going to be there and you're always going to take care of him or her. For those of you who had memories come up, I want you to take this time, the next 5 minutes or so, and be sure to write down whatever you saw. You might just have seen something like a schoolyard and a game, or a particular incident in a classroom, or something, one of your parents telling you something, or an older sibling saying something, or an uncle or an aunt. Whatever that image is that came up, just write it down. Write whatever words came up, and it just gives you a sense of how far back this fear has come into you, and that helps you to gain power over it. And if it's a more recent thing, then write that down as well. So whichever way it is. And then I want you to write to me and let me know what it is that you feel. And if you need more support with this, be sure to write to me. My email will be in the comments box below. And so just be sure that you respond and let me know how this worked for you. Okay, take care.